So let's solve this equation, and let's notice that there are fractions in every single one of our terms, and we want to multiply by the common denominator to get rid of the fractions. So to do that, our common denominator, if we look at 6, 5, and 3, we want the smallest number they will all divide evenly into, and that's 30. And then notice they have an x, so we have to put x into our least common denominator. Now we're going to multiply every single fraction by that least common denominator, 30x. So we'll have 30x times our 7 over 6x, and we'll have 30x times our 2 over 5x, and we'll have 30x times our 2 over 3. Now, let's go through and we're going to use our rules from fraction multiplication, and we're going to cross cancel. So let's notice 6x goes into itself once and into 30x 5 times. And 5x goes into itself once and into 30x 6 times. And then 3 goes into itself once and into 30x 10 times. We still have the x there. All right, now let's see what we have left over. We have 5 times 7, or 35. Let me get out of the draw mode here. And then we have 6 times 2, or 12. And then finally on the right side, we have 10x times 2, or 20x. All right, now let's finish solving. Our 35 minus our 12 will end up giving us 23. And then we want to get rid of the 20 that's in front of x, so let's divide it out. And I'll go back to my draw mode here. We divide 20 out on both sides. All right, so, well, didn't mean for it to do that. Well, it won't let me. Well, we know where that 20 is supposed to be. So we'll have 23 divided by 20 is equal to x. Now remember, in algebra, you can leave things in improper fraction form. But there is one thing we always want to do, and that's to check that our answer does not cause a 0 in the denominator. And of course, the only thing that would cause a 0 in these two denominators is to have x be equal to 0. 6 times 0 would be 0, and 5 times 0 would be 0. And this is certainly not 0. So 23 over 20 ends up being our answer.